We've refined it, we've strengthened it, we've listened, and we've evolved. With the 2026 canning, we've taken everything we've learned over the last 5 years of the canning and traveling around Australia and refined it to the next generation of the ultimate teardrop camper. We've listened to customer feedback and what we've learned over hundreds of thousands of kilometres and put it into this awesome product behind us. What we've carried forward from the previous generation canning is a composite construction, Australian-made materials, the trusted lightweight DNA that we have in all Hitch Campers products, and we're still using your Cruise Master suspension and your Red Arc gear, so you've got the best Australian-made componentry inside the canning. Here at Hitch Campers, Australian made means to us that we actually manufacture here. We design here, we use Australian components that are all manufactured here in Australia. If we don't do it in-house, they're local to us. This gives us the opportunity to support local jobs, local industry, have great quality control over our suppliers and third-party contractors, and also it allows us to be transparent with our customers. You can come in, see your camper being built here because it actually is made in Australia. Behind every Hitch Campers product, core in our DNA is lightweight, using the best materials that we can find and the best techniques we can to produce the ultimate off-road products. We don't design these products to cruise up and down the highway and go to caravan parks. These products are designed to go where no one else can, but you're in luxury. We're not sleeping in canvas, we're not rolling out of swag, we're in our insulated body, queen size bed, coffee machine. It's what it means to be luxury, but also going to the places where other people can't, but more importantly, getting back as well. It's one thing to have a trailer that looks pretty, but it's how it looks after 10,000 Ks of corrugations. And that's why here at Hitch Campers, testing is core to our DNA. Nobody tests these cannings and Madigans and OTTs, all the Gibbs, like we do. We've taken these up the old telegraph track, across the desert, all over Fraser Island, putting them through the absolute paces, driving them really, really hard, putting them in places where trailers really shouldn't be, so that then our customers know and they've got the confidence to not only get there, but get back as well, because that's the big thing that a lot of trailers will let you down on. It's fine to get there, but you've got to get back and then be able to go again. 10,000 Ks of corrugations is different to 10,000 Ks of cruising down the M1. So you're probably asking what's actually changed with the 2026 canning. We're going to start with the big obvious, our entry doors. These are now 33% bigger. This has really opened up that space, increased the ventilation to inside the camper. When you're laying in there, it feels amazing with the natural elements of outside, but you're inside in your cozy, sleeping, hard shell, you're not in canvas, anything like that. In the kitchen, we've increased the volume of the cupboards by 10%, so you've got even more storage there for your food. Weights and waters and all those type of good things. We've now got 230 litres of water as standard. We've got 230 amps of lithium as standard. We've got a 200 watt solar panel as standard. We're still running the Cruise Master Level 2 as standard. We're now running Red Arc's RS3 inverter as standard because now on the canning, induction cooking is standard. You're probably thinking with all these added things now that are standard, the weight has gone up significantly, but actually through engineering tactics and redefining the canning, we've pulled 50 kilos out of weight in a similar spec canning in the previous generation. We challenge you to find a square drop camper that's optioned to this level, can go with this, will go and is built to go there at these sort of weights. We're 1,040 kilos with under 100 kilos on the ball. There is nothing on the market that's even similar to this in its capabilities and off-road ability, but also there's nothing that's in the same weight category and nothing that has the volume and capacities on what you can put into it. We're still a 1,600 kilo ATM, so you've got 560 kilos of payload on the canning. We've refined it, we've strengthened it, we've listened, and we've evolved. This is the next chapter in the canning story. Now sit back as we take you through your first in-depth look at the new 2026 canning. So now we're going to take you on a full walkthrough of the 2026 canning. Please keep in mind this is an STR, this is the top of the range canning, so there may be a few options that are slightly different. We'll point them out through the going as well, but most of the stuff we're going to show you is now standard on the canning. So starting down here, like any good off-road trailer, DO35 handbrake. We've also got the ARC 750 XO jockey wheel as standard now. That's an upgrade from the previous generation canning. It used to be an option. We've also got your 50 amp solar input here in the drawbar. So if you do want to put out an external blanket, it plugs in there nicely and your toolbox remains completely sealed. Up the front here now in the canning, similar to the previous generation canning, our additional front toolbox is an option. So it's standard on the STR, but the reason why it's an option, if you've got a Prado or a dual cab ute, you can push this space back and have that massive drawbar space so your rear door can swing open, or you can mount push bikes and things on the drawbar and not interfere with any of your clearances when you're swinging or doing U-turns and things like that. So that is now an option, or it's standard on the STR. Up on the main toolbox, we've got our firewood rack as standard. We've redesigned it just for a bit of ergonomics, but also it's now a standard feature, great for tying down any of those camp essentials or firewood. One of the things we did also on the 2026 canning, we went back to the drawing board on our main toolbox here. What we've done, we've redesigned it, and part of the redesign was we really wanted to increase that fridge space. Now standard on all cannings is a 69 litre My Coolman fridge freezer, which gives you a great amount of storage space for all those camp goodies and essentials. It's even got the bottle opener. What we've also done down here is we've redesigned all the electrics, and the canning now as standard has a ventilation system in the toolbox. This is going to help with all the electrical componentry we've got in there, the batteries, the fridge running, just disperse that heat so all your componentry is going to have a lot better service life and not get as hot. In here we're running a custom lithium 230 amp hour battery as standard, or you can option up to the 310, which is standard on the STR. On this particular trailer, being the STR, we've got the level 3 Cruise Master suspension system. We've also got the Red Arc Alpha 50 amp hour charger, but as standard on all cannings is the Red Arc RS3 2000 watt inverter to power all those 240 volt needs. The beauty of the RS3 inverter compared to the previous generation is this has those auto transfer switching abilities. So if you do call into a caravan park or at home, simply plug in and all your 240 volt will work off the caravan park power. So down the passenger side of the 2026 canning, what you'll see here, we've got dual awning lights now. They're still amber as well like the previous generation campers, but having the double light, we've doubled the output. Your Bushwhacker 270 degree awning also has lights in there as well, so you've got more than enough camp light. They are on an RGB as well, so you can really get that party atmosphere. We've redesigned the jerry can holder, so this is now more securable. When you have fuel, whatever, it's harder to get into that valve. But the big thing is our new doors. You can see how much larger they are when they open up to reveal your space inside. It's really opened up this space phenomenally and how easy it is to get into the camper. Like previous generation cannings, they still have your security screen mesh and they still split. So you've got your midgie mesh on the outside, so you've still got plenty of ventilation. They're 33% bigger in this generation canning, so it's even more ventilation on that cross breeze when you're in there asleep. So one of the big things you'll see in the rear of the 2026 canning is our new rear dust deflector. Why we've added this is to further assist the DRS, but also what it does is it stops the dust from actually settling in this back area here because it's a negative pressure zone, something that anyone that's traveled in a wagon on corrugations and hours of bull dust will appreciate. So here in your 2026 canning, you open your door and that's the beauty of our product. The kitchen's all set up, ready to go. Everything is just really ergonomic and where it should be. You want to cook, you've got your slide out stove here with an increased bench space that slides that over, making that massive L-shaped kitchen. There's so much preparation space in here, it's not funny. Again, with that ergonomics, Your 12-volt charger's there, but there's a shelf so you can put your things there while you're charging them. You want to adjust your airbags, it's right here. You want to turn a light on, it's just here on the TVMS. And with the Rogue system as well, you can actually dim the light, so you can really set that ambient light. Plenty of overhead storage. You got your sink, your cutlery drawer here in the center. You want to change between your two tanks, just here, the touch of a button, or adjust your water filter. Everything in the canning kitchen is designed to be easy, so when you've belted down the tracks and you want to stop, cook a campsite meal, there's no setup, there's no hassle. Everything's just nice and easy, right where it should be. You're cooking here, you've got plenty of space, have your plate set up. There's just ample space when you're cooking. It doesn't matter whether you're cooking for 2, 4, 6, 8. There's so much space here in the canning kitchen, and everything is just where it's meant to be. So on the driver's side here of the Canning STR, we've got the dual ensuite shower tent. Standard on the S and the SC is the single shower tent, but on the STR you get the double one, so you can set it up exactly how you want. Gas bottle here for your gas hot water system, which feeds all your hot water into the canning. That is standard on all cannings now. Again, you've got your driver's side entrance door, so you've got the door on both sides, just massive for ventilation. And then at the front here, you've got the storage on this side of the toolbox. Right, we've saved the best for last. Let's go inside. As you'll see at the front, we've got a beautiful vinyl backed headboard now. We've got overhead lights, the USB chargers, all dimmable. Up there we've got a Sirocco fan and also rooftop ventilation. Plenty of cupboard storage. Internally we've got the slide out table, which is perfect for tablets, iPads, laptops, or even having a meal inside as you can sit across from each other. Plenty of space, full queen size bed inside the canning. So around here on the driver's side of the canning, this is where you got one of your main toolbox storages. So you got the adjustable shelf in here, and what I find that's really good for dividing that space. So you can have your camping bags up top, porta potty, and those big more bulky items down below. You've got a light in there as well that's on a switch, so you can just get more visibility on those roadside stops at night time. And we've also got the second part of our new ventilation system on the canning toolbox. So that's your first in-depth look at the 2026 canning. Remembering this is an STR. Stay tuned as we're coming out with a video series where we're going to walk through a few more parts of the canning in depth, including a very special Canning SC. So make sure you got the like button, subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the action on our YouTube channel, guys. Thank you.